Hey, what's up guys? I'm Derek Pearson with Kinetic Baseball, and we're back to build off our balance series, as well as introduce a drill to talk about kinetic sequencing for hitters. So the term kinetic sequencing gets thrown out a lot, but just to break it down, it's simply just the order in which your movements happen to create the best possible outcome. Our setup. How are we going to set this up, and what are we trying to achieve here? So you see we have a sled push. Really the goal here is to try and achieve some sort of target to latch on a resistance band. Next, because this is a hitting application, we need something that's going to simulate a handle. And we're going to, once we get into it, you'll see we'll do both backhand and front hand. Cones, whatever kind of markers you could put down. You could put down a piece of tape, you could put down anything, but just, it's always a good practice to turn your discipline to your footwork and your setup. So let's jump in. By the way, this drill is going to accomplish both building on the balance series as well as the kinetic sequencing. So step one, we're going to talk about balance. So we're going to line up. First, the balance series, we're going to line up on the green cones. Okay? So in this drill, we're going to line up. We're going to mark the cones where our stride would be, and then we're going to step back. Okay? We're going to start with our back hand for this one, for the balance series, and just put the other hand somewhere comfortable. The handle should be somewhere extended, so you're going to start the drill by having to just slightly, talk about 2 to 4 inches, just bring it in. So the drill, we're going to be moving as slowly as possible to create maximum amount of feel. So we're going to get into our balance, whether it's a leg kick, or if you're not a leg kick guy, simply just come to a nice balance here. And we're going to, as slowly and under control as possible, get to our stride. Now, at the point of foot contact with hitters, again, we should have, generally speaking, straight alignment towards the pitcher, and we should be in a nice athletic position. The reason that we want to start with a little bit of tension in is because we want to create separation. So again, the balance drill is really part one of this drill, but the other benefit is that we're creating separation, which is the necessary component to proper sequencing. So we'll go back again. Okay, we're going to start, grab our hand, wrap it around with our front. Let's get our eyes on the pitcher. We're going to go get to our balance, nice and under controlled. Transition to foot contact. And then, so we've got our separation here. We're going to focus on turning the hips nice and under controlled. It's going to turn our trunk, and the drill is going to stop right about here. What you'll feel activation in your core, and you'll feel tension here. We're pulling here, right? So a lot of people talk about push-pull swings, right? But it's really just proper sequencing. So we don't have to focus so much on where the effort is. We're just focusing on starting in the right place and transitioning with proper sequencing to create the right athletic. So one more time. Start on the green, got our hand, take one step in. We're going to get to our balance. Transition to foot contact. Start to throw the hips and smoothly transition the trunk. And you're going to feel that nice pull right there. That's it. Part two of this drill, we're going to take it one step further, right? So we're going to start on the yellow cones. Purpose being, we want to get a little bit further in our swing. We want to activate to the point of contact here. Really the same drill. So we're going to start on the yellow cones. Got our backhand here. Place over the top. We're going to get to our balance. And if you get a little bit wobbly, that's okay. Again, we're training, right? We're not evaluating, we're training. So again, now we're slack, right? Now we're pretty slack here. We're going to get to our balance, nice and under control. Again, if you get wobbly, just tap the ground and get stable. Then we're going to get to contact. And again, let's just evaluate. We create separation, yes. Are we in an athletic position? Yes. Directionally, are we towards where the ball is going to come? Yes. So now, same drill, throw the trunk, and then we're just going to get a little bit further. Again, it's not much. We're not going all the way through. We're simply just going from this point here to now we can just get maybe 8 to 10 inches further. So we'll try to do it all in one here. So we're going to get set. Come to our balance. Get the contact. Start our sequence. Boom. That's it. So a couple tips to help you maximize this drill. The goal and what we're trying to accomplish, flaw that many young hitters have, which is getting out of sequence. Getting out of sequence happens visually like this. What happens with a young hitter sometimes is they get rushy and then they get out of sequence. Now, why does that matter? It matters because when you get out of sequence, your bat gets in front of your body and compromise the bat angle and the point of contact. So, it'll happen in slow motion, something like this. Your hitter will get here, they never reach separation, and then they start their swing before their hips and trunk can go. And again, from the back now, why this is bad? These pitches are coming in like this, right? So especially think about this. We have a left-handed pitcher and a right-handed hitter. The tendency for most left-handed pitchers is to have a little fade on their ball. So that pitch is going to start coming in, and typically fade, the tendency, it'll fade up and away to a righty. So if our hands get out of sequence, all of a sudden we've now come in very steep on the baseball. And at the point of contact, we're now a little bit more slanted, right? So that leaves a hole here. Now our hit regions, right? We're hot here. That's a ball that we're going to hit well. But for a lot of matchups, right, there's a huge hole here. Proper sequencing will have us coming in the hitting zone nice and under control. So we'll come in here, proper sequencing, and now all of a sudden, we're in a much better position to hit this baseball. But not just this opportunity here. We're talking about, so yeah, if we can get to this pitch, we can certainly get to this pitch with just a little bit of bend in the knee, right? And talk about pitching in, it's the same swing. So if we can get to this pitch, up and away, we can certainly get to this pitch, which might be up and in. So again, I hope this helps. It's a great drill for athletic development, but also as a nice warm-up or movement preparation for your hitting practice.